Well, back to school shopping season is here, and if you've taken stock of the number of choices available, it's overwhelming. Our next guest has put a collection of ideas together, from the fun to the functional. Lifestyle expert Raina Seitel. Good morning, Raina.
Good morning, Mike. How are you?
I'm doing great. We're just a couple weeks out from the start of school, around these parts anyway. So what should we be looking out for this back to school shopping season?
Absolutely. I have a lot to go over, but first I want everybody out there to be organized so they don't overspend when they're getting their last minute supplies, and also get the kids involved so they actually get excited for back to school, so they have a say in their backpack, their lunchbox, whatever it may be. But first up on the list, this is really for both parents and kids. It's great. It's tracked phone. So my son is 7 and he already wants a phone. He's not getting one, but when he does, I'm going to do track phone because it's easy, convenient, and you can stay connected with your kids throughout the day so you don't have to worry. They've partnered up with Nickelodeon for this really cool thing. You have this Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle bundle, and what that means is you get an LG Sunrise smartphone, you get the Ninja Turtle app, you get a shell case, and you also have access to the NQ Family Guardian app, which allows you to monitor your child's whereabouts, where they are, and what they're doing with the phone. Available at Walmart and Target, and also TrackPhoneParents.com.
Yes, and if they're going to get a cell phone at a young age, might as well know exactly where they're going to be, where they're at all times. What about fall fashions for kids?
Yes, well, fall fashion, we have Nautica right here in front of us. I have a boy, so I've chosen some boy clothes right here, but they also have girl options at Nautica.com. You want to check those all out. Here we have a pull-up jogger, which is great because you don't have to worry about the zippers and the buttons. These are in khaki. I've partnered them with a classic button-down shirt. Great for school or after school, a party that you're going to. It's also good to have paired options so you don't have to worry about that morning rush. And finally, when the weather gets cooler, this is a really cool on-trend hoodie, zip-up hoodie. And we can't forget about our kids' appointments before they go back to school. So I want to talk about, obviously we have pediatrician appointments lined up. That's pretty standard. But you don't want to forget about the eye doctor, because I know in some schools they actually do have eye exams, but they go so fast. You really want to establish a relationship with an eye doctor, because 1 in 6 kids actually has a vision correction issue. So if they can't read and they can't learn because their vision is impaired, you really want to get that in focus, so to speak. So if your child does need glasses, I have the perfect pair for them. It's Kids by Safilo Eyeglass Collection. It's an Italian company. They've really gone over all the bells and whistles, 0 to 8 years old. They've thought of everything. They partnered with the Italian Society of Pediatric Ophthalmology. They've taken a scientific approach, and they've actually studied kids, how they play, if they nap, if they're rolling, the glasses are really on trend. They're adorable, and they're durable too, which is great. So you want to check those out. And on the topic, Mike, of glasses, we can't forget about our kids' eyes when the sun is glaring. Sunglasses are just as important as sunscreen, which is really quite something. Our kids' eyes are 3 times more susceptible to UV rays. So polarized sunglasses has taken the guesswork out of it. 100% UV protection. They eliminate glare. They filter out those harmful UV rays. You can find those at solsticesunglasses.com. So lots to go over before the back to school time.
That's right, and we're always lathering our kids up with sunscreen. We don't always think about the sunglasses, so that's a good tip. Anything else you want to visit while we've got you here?
Well, I think that, it's so hard to wrap our heads around the fact that summer may be over in just a snap of a finger, but you want to really try and get your kids back into a bedtime routine. I'm big into this because I think sleep is so important. So, 3 weeks out when school's, about to start, kind of get them into the routine. I know kids like to stay up later in the summer, the light stays out longer, but try and get them back into their school routine so that when the first day of school comes in that first week, you're not exhausted and you're not fighting with your kids to get them into bed earlier.
Yeah, that's a great point. It stays light out later, and so when you're trying to put your kids down there and say, it's not dark out yet, Daddy, it's not dark out, it's not time to go to bed. But you're right, getting them on that schedule, it's important. How about a website to go to for more information?
Sure. Well, you can check out my Twitter account for more information. It's at Raina Seitel.
All right, will do, Raina. Thanks for your time this morning.
Mike, thank you.
Yeah, you betcha. In our picture of the day, a fun free way to cool off. And coming up tomorrow, what's new this year at Omaha's big science fiction and pop culture festival? That's part of our Thursday preview.